underway. So what will we start out with, the dear descendant of Erdrick? And the return spell. Yes. So looking at the early game stats, it looks like a lot of health for our combatants. So, you know, this should be a nice little early thing to get started. You know, having outside means they can explore a little bit, but they also started with gold, which means the first thing Tristal does is he goes and buys more keys, so he can raid the treasury and check the basement.
Yeah, getting that gold with the return spell takes away some of the early chances. You don't have to make tough decisions when you have both.
Oh yeah. So the basement has the jerk waiting in there. So they don't have to go searching for the rainbow drop, which is good. Also, was that a, did I just see, oh yeah, they also have strength. So they have a lot of strength and a lot of hit points. This is definitely an interesting start. They shouldn't have too much issues getting going. Potentially a fast seed ahead of us. But also the Erdrick sword in the basement. Oh man, this could has the potential to be a very fast seed with high hit points, high strength, and the sword and keys to begin with.
When you're starting with 69 attack power, you're starting off pretty well.
Yeah. Tristal's like, okay, I'm gonna run to the next. I'm not even gonna to the castle. There's no gold though, that is correct. There will not be easy gold grind in this. But they might not need the gold grind. But we'll see. Listen, it's still early on. I mean, it's a pretty average agility start and just an extremely high strength start.
Yeah, comparing the 69 attack to the 3 defense, it's easy to forget we're still at level 1 here.
So we're going to get our first level with Tristal. And with Silver. Wow, there's a lot of spells that he just got at level 2. This, and along with Heal More and Heal, this definitely, yeah.
Let's get Mr. Holmes and everyone else for race 2 on ice here. Let's get them ready.
Well, we might be able to start on time at 10 Eastern now, even though we had to start this one a little late for a couple of reasons, but this might be fast enough that we still might be able to get on time for 10 o'clock, huh?
Like it. Up to, I see little F is agility, so that may give Sylverfyre a boost later.
Of course, once they hit level 3, they got like 19 agility, so...
Will be, of course, strength, so... Or strength HP, right? So...
Yep.
That's right from the start.
So Silver goes north a little bit and finds the grave, and he has a key, so he can choose to go through it if he really wants to. I don't know. I think this early on, skipping the bottom of the grave is probably the best way to go. He did find the silver harp though, because you know you already have the sword, so the only reason you would ever want to go in there is if you had to find a key item. Yeah, the fact that they have the sword on them.
Yeah, early luck might come down to who owns what here.
Oh yeah, I think it's going to come down to exploration right now. Is the big thing. They're both level 5. You know, they're both looks like they're both going to have one thing spotted. Although I don't know, did he? I didn't see. Did Silver go into that cave there? I'm not sure if I saw what was in that cave. Oh, but Tristal... Oh, they both met with something a little too strong for them. That Wolf Lord having hurt more. So they both are pretty much neck and neck right now. They're both about the same, close to the same experience. Both die at the same time.
Yeah, level 5 at the 5-minute mark. That's always a good start.
Oh yeah.
So what would you be looking for right now, Spirits? If you got this start, where would you be headed?
Anywhere. Just go in random directions and pray you don't run into armor. That's the only thing I would do. Because I have that tendency to run into armored knights. So I would just pray that there's a direction that doesn't have any armored knights.
Pray for Tristal's dark deal with the fun police he seems to have.
So it looks like the knight has the sleep spell, but Tristal is able to wake up before it kills him and deal with him. He's a good batch of experience, including, yeah, he did hit level 6 already. So Tristal does have the early experience point lead. And he's getting a lot of knights, and he's trying to put them to sleep. Although if they have the sleep spell, maybe stop spell would have a slightly better chance of hitting. I don't know, sleep has a pretty easy chance of hitting against him.
Yeah, I think it's fair to point out that Tristal taking advantage of the knights early.
Oh yeah.
And we're seeing a little less of that, although, you know, red slimes being what they are over on Sylverfyre's side, taking advantage of those mid-range enemies. Upper mid-range is big.
So one thing that I'm definitely noticing early, we got Sharlock into town first by Silver. Oh, just Brecconary. But one thing I've noticed is a lot of agility and not a lot of hit points. Could this be a seed where agility won't matter as much? But it looks like we have a town for Tristal hiding in the swamp. A slightly better town than Brecconary.
Gotta give my mad love to B-Town, man.
So this town has a silver and a large shield. I doubt they're going to be going for the silver shield at any point, just because they don't have an easy gold grind. So it looks like, you know, this is a good place to come to silver shield. And I just noticed, you see a town there on silver right across the way. You saw Sharlock. That's a pretty evil Sharlock. There's like there's like a one land bridge. There's a town on each side of it, and you know, that is a pretty evil Sharlock.
Early time to bring up that Sylverfyre does have the map cam going over on his side.
Oh yeah.
Small details may play into his favor.
So they're both level 7 already. You know, unfortunately though, a wolf just wrecked Silver. He doesn't quite have the armor to take hits from werewolves right now. The question is, what's hiding behind Garenham?
Yeah, that could be it for shields right there.
Yeah, I don't think any of them are going to get the silver shield. I don't think it's going to be needed with extremely high agility right now.
Yeah, especially with the 59 agility we've got right now.
Yeah. At just level 7. Whew. So they're both level 7 in under 10 minutes. And actually, they were both in under 9 minutes. So the exploration race is on. I think this is pretty much going to come down to who finds everything first. And it looks like Silver has found himself another cave. So we had the Stones of Sunlight cave for Tristal. And Silver finds the Staff of Rain cave. But he, I don't think, went to Garingham's grave, did he? Or did he? Yeah, I guess he did go to it. Because he must have the Silver Harp. Yeah, he does. So that was the one thing that I missed, is that he went into the grave and got the harp. Or no, yeah, the harp was in the grave.
He did, yeah. Trading it in for the staff.
The Spark Over Bridge. He's gonna search it, isn't he?
Oh, he better search it. It's required.
Oh, he didn't search it though. Oh, please, Tristal.
Nah, for shame.
Well, Silver. He found a blue dragon. But Silver hit level 8, got hurt more, and found Rimildar, which is not as impressive anymore. But since they started with keys,
getting trolled by the NPC there. And Tristal paying for his trespasses, not searching that Spark Over Bridge.
and it doesn't look like a whole lot in Rimildar to buy. Depressing town, just cheap keys this time. So he searched the bottom of the tablet cave and found good old torch. Lonely, lonely torch. Which he's got a lot of. So Tristal is, besides going the wrong way, is he gonna, looks like he's gonna dive in the grave? Is he gonna search the bottom? Yeah, Tristal actually has never been in here, I'm sorry. He's never got the harp yet, so.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I thought Sylverfyre was the only one.
Well, that's good, because that means he's gonna end up getting a, so. It's always good to get that out of the way early, because you never want to go and find the Staff of Rain cave and just be like, dang it, I don't know where this harp is. So Tristal is about to level here, and he's going to get hurt more also. So they have pretty much every spell, I think. I think they might have been missing one spell.
If they're missing one, it doesn't matter at this point. The only one I can think of is Repel.
Yeah, well, that's kind of important, though. You kind of want that. Oh, this is interesting. So, Silver found Hawksness right next to Sharlock. But I don't know how far away from the nearest town he is. I think he's just a little bit away. Because the other town is across the way, so... he can't quite get to that one if he needs to heal after a grind. But what monster awaits? I won't say anything because I don't know how far ahead I am. The red dragon. And he hits hard. So that could be a good or a bad thing, because if they need to grind experience, they got the red dragon right there next to Sharlock, but he definitely needs a little better gear and a lot more health in order to survive him right now.
At least with the town, Hawksness, and Sharlock all together, that will make for some interesting decision later. Oh
yeah.
As opposed to this maybe being decided all by exploration luck.
So, I don't think Radiant is the one spell that they haven't gotten yet. But, it looks like Tristal is going through the grave, and I believe... Oh, they didn't get Radiant yet. That's the one spell that they're definitely missing. But Silver found, I think, the Mountain Cave, going by the way he's walking. He must not feel comfortable going through it in the dark, though.
Yeah, those slight movements are looking a little off.
But we got level 9 now for Tristal, so it's still really close. You know, the experience is right on. Yeah, he has about 100 experience point lead, but and it looks like he just got wrecked by a red dragon. And Sylverfyre has the Swamp Cave North, so he's gonna go see what's at the other end. Although it's not gonna. Actually, he hasn't found Garingham yet, so he's hoping that this takes him into it. But instead, it takes him into a swamp cave into a swamp. Red Dragon is undefeated. Oh, and he finds the Sparkover Bridge. Will he go and search it?
Come on, Silver.
And he's going to search it. Now, the odds of there being anything there are like almost 0%, but still, for posterity reasons, you have to search it. One of these days. So Tristal finds coal, and he's going to search, hoping to find something that's a little bit randomized. And unfortunately, McGrew, not random enough. As he finds the fairy flute. Which means there's a good chance that that red dragon is protecting something very important.
About a 66.7% chance of that. So I would say we will see some fun police death later on in the sea.
Unless he has a nasty spell, I'm pretty sure they're going to be grinding off of him at some point anyways. Catelyn has not been found yet, nope. And Silver has finally come across a Garingham. He's probably going to pick up his tasty large shield here. But yeah, Catelyn, Catelyn the only dungeon, or the only cave that we haven't found yet? I think so. Or Catelyn, yeah, Catelyn is the only thing that hasn't been found yet.
Now, I will say this. Did Tristal find the mountain cave yet?
No, he hasn't found the mountain cave yet, nope.
Yeah, we're assuming Silver did and just didn't have a torch or radiant.
Yeah, he might not be comfortable going through there. That's one of those caves, like me personally, I only got comfortable, had to do it in speedrun. Like, oh, that might be Catelyn right there now that Tristal is found. Speaking of the devil, he's getting a little trolled by the shopkeeper, who thankfully has four places to sell things in 2.0. So it's time to find out the coordinates. Tristal's definitely searching the shops for something. I'm not sure, because I don't think I would be searching the shops anymore, that there's no gold grind, and, I mean, I guess he could look for half-plate armor. That might be the one good thing that you could find right now, full-plate armor, but, you know.
Yeah, if they get... I mean, maybe if they get to a point where they are comfortably killing red dragons towards the end, they might rack up 150, or I'm sorry, 15,000, but I really doubt it.
Yeah, they're not going to get a silver shield. That's pretty much out of the question. I mean, even the ghetto grind in the Stones of Sunlight Cave has wings in it as... Oh, wow. The coordinates are nice. Very first thing that Tristal does when he sees that it's 9 goes after it.
It's definitely the way to go, especially with the red dragon there in Hawksness.
Yep, and he finds the token, which means the red dragon is protecting the armor.
3 and 6, that is right there.
Yeah. So this definitely makes things interesting, knowing that he has to find the armor. Once he finds Hawksness. Yeah, great idea to cast Repel. He has to make sure that he can count those squares, okay? That's a very difficult count.
It's all grass too, baby. That's great. It's all grassland.
Yeah, I know. That's only like one encounter every 2 steps. So everything has been found so far, but no one has gone into. Actually, he went into the grave. Tristal did. So the only thing that could be left for him is to find the mountain cave, because that has to be the spot where the stones of sunlight are. No, actually, he never finished searching the bottom of the grave. He died along the way. So there's potentially the mountain cave or the grave that has the stone.
So quick tally, we've got Tristal's got the token. Sylverfyre's got the staff. I'm not sure if Tristal knows where the shrine is.
No, because he would have been there already. Or he probably would have already turned it in. Tablet Cave has been found. It has a torch in it. So Tristal's going to come here, and he's going to be very disappointed. This. He's going to be even more disappointed when he finds out what's in Hawksness.
So high spirits, I default to you being a little more tenured here, and a little more might be cutting it generously. But if you know there's a red dragon in Hawksness and that has the armor, what stats are you looking for before you dive
Health.
back?
Health. That's it. That's the big thing. He's gonna hit so hard. You have to be able to take a hit and have a chance to attack or do something to him in between heal mores. Otherwise, you'll just be spamming heal more every turn and you'll never get anywhere. So I think, especially, strength, of course, is a little important. But the big thing is health, because if you can't survive a hit and not be able to actually attack him without casting heal more every turn, you can't beat him. Unless he has a lower tier spell that he's going to be casting.
Yeah, and I see Boy calling out in chat. You think 80 HP would be safe?
Yeah, I think with their current agility, although they have chainmail on, but large shield chainmail, with 57 defense, I would say you could probably get away with about 75 now. Because there's going to be plenty of times where he's going to hit you in the 30s. But the chance that he's still going to hit you in the low 40s is possible too, so... But yeah, I would say Tristal is definitely not ready to attempt the red dragon yet when he finds it. I mean, he could. I mean, he would just, they don't... he has enough magic. If he goes into the fight with enough magic, he could probably beat it out at his current health total in order to get some hits in, but he doesn't have a whole lot of magic left right now.
We're seeing about 300 HP lead here for Tristal, which, I mean, 24 minutes into the race isn't a lot of time, but with as much tools as they had to start, that could definitely have been a lot more lopsided either way. So that's a pretty close race so far.
Oh yeah, I would say they're both pretty even. They both have a little bit of extra knowledge. The only knowledge that extra Tristal has that's helpful is he knows where the armor is. That's his one big thing right now, is he knows where the armor is. And, well, yeah, Silver might have an idea now that he's found coal and found the flute. He might have an idea, but he's certain because he hasn't found the token yet.
Yeah, it's still 50-50 for Silver.
So we're just still in the clutches of the exploration phase. Tristal has hit level 11. He has about a 500 experience point lead right now. It's nothing that's too much of a worry. Because as long as both people are still exploring, you know, the experience gap is not a huge importance. It's when someone finds all of the items first, that's when, you know, when it really matters. Because if you have a 600 experience point lead, if you find all of the items first and you start grinding first, that 600 experience point lead will disappear. Or, you know, if you're behind by 600, I should say, that will disappear very fast.
Especially if we find a way to make it consistent to kill these red dragons and chop it down by 255 apiece.
Yeah, I don't think Tristal's too far away from being able to do that. But it looks like Sylverfyre has found a Cantillon as he walks into it now. And he's going to have the coordinates for the token, so he's going to know exactly the armor is coming up shortly, because I'm pretty sure he's just going to run right to search the token spot. Once he figures out the coordinates are very easy. And I think Tristal might have come across the mountain cave up there. I think that's what it looked like. But he's having a little trouble with this Axe Knight. Having a little trouble getting hurt more. To kill him off. See, now you just noticed, Game Boy. You'll notice here shortly, I should say. That Sylverfyre got into a slime encounter because he didn't cast Repel on his way to the token slot. So you could say Tristal actually saved time right there.
Huge time loss, huge time loss.
I know, think of like the fractions of a second that he just saved doing that earlier. Well, Tristal has his Staff of Rain now. So they both pretty much have the same thing, except for I think Sylverfyre has a little bit more knowledge now, knowing where Hawksness is and knowing where the mountain cave is. Still doesn't have Radiant, though. But he has lots of torches. And looks like Silver is going to potentially dive into the grave. Or nope, he takes 2 steps and decides to cast outside. Smart thing to do when you know you still have the mountain cave to go, especially if you know where the mountain cave is. I mean, they have all the towns have been found now, I think. Well, actually, I don't think Tristal has found Sharlock. That means he hasn't found Reckonary and Hawk yet. But I think the mountain cave is right here next to... Nope. Looks like the tablet cave for Sylverfyre. So I think Sylverfyre has found everything now. Except for, he just has to remember how to get back to the mountain cave to search it. I mean, it looks like a fairly small map because you can see, you know, we can see, I should say, Sylverfyre's map that he's drawn, and it doesn't look like that big of a map. It looks like it's fairly simple to navigate and find everything.
Yeah, they found everything really quickly, which will thankfully lead to the late game decisions we were talking about earlier.
Yep, and Tristal finds the mountain cave. So this is going to tell us where the stones are. Are they going to go grave robbing, or are they going to find it in the cave? Ooh, we will not know until sometime in the future. As Demon Knights have Dragonlord breath.
The heavy breath right in the face.
D breath by the D Knight. So it's looking like Silver has decided he's going to go grave diving.
I saw up to in the chat earlier. Hashtag Demon Knight is the real fun police.
Well, I don't know. Red Dragons could have Heal More. And they could also have Dragon Lord Breath. We didn't really get a chance to explore what their possibilities are, since someone got wrecked by them very fast.
It does even it out a little bit. I think Sylverfyre a little unlucky to hit that mountain cave early with no torch and no radiant. So
Yeah.
A square slate to work off of here.
Yeah, so the big thing though is Silver knows where still knows where Sharlock and Hawksness is. So that's his big advantage right now. And he's also caught up to levels. He's level 11. Only about 400 experience, 500 experience behind Tristal. But this could be good or it could be bad, because we know there's red dragons at the bottom of the grave. But also, if he goes down here and doesn't find the stones, it's a huge time loss, because pretty certain Tristal is not going to go into the grave until he searches the mountain cave. Especially since you've already found the mountain cave. There's no point in going into the bottom of the grave when you know where the mountain cave is.
No, just playing the odds. 2 chances to 5 when you're only looking for one thing makes it a pretty clear-cut decision.
Yeah. I don't know. In this case, I don't think I would do. Oh, by the way, 20 hit points for Tristal. So if he finds that red dragon, he can take it out now. But anyways, I'll go back to what I was saying. In this case, I don't think I would look at odds as much as time. Especially since Tristal knows there's red dragons down there. He knows that is potentially a huge time commitment to go to the bottom of the grave. But let's see. So Silver searches one of the grave items and it's gold. And it looks like...
I
go ahead.
wonder if he knows he didn't clear it. I would assume so.
Yeah, I think he knows that. So Silver is runs into a red dragon, but he is able to escape.
There's those agility build strats right there.
Yeah. I think the red dragon casts Hurt More. I'm not sure if I saw that or not, but I thought I saw him cast Hurt More, which is actually a really good thing when you get the.
Even if you're, yeah, that's a big. That could be a big deal if they figure that out pretty quickly, and if it casts it at a particularly good rate.
Yes, because stop spell and you eliminate a lot of his attacks. So it looks like we're going to have some chests here shortly on both sides. And Tristal still has not found the stones, but he still has one more chest to search. And at the bottom of the grave is nothing.
The suspense on these 2 chests is big.
I know. So that means the Stones of Sunlight has to be in this chest right here. That Tristal is yet to open. So the grave diving did not really pan out. All he got was a bunch of gold.
Turned into a coin flip, pretty loss for Sylverfyre there.
Yep. So Stones of Sunlight for Tristal. He has everything knowing where Hawksness and Sharlock is. So as long as he goes to probably a side of them been to yet. As long as he doesn't go to the wrong side, because we know that will not get you to Hawksness or Sharlock. But yeah, that's what he's going to be looking for next, because he knows the armor is there. And Tristal has the HP and the strength and everything to deal with the Red Dragon. So this could be huge for him. Because I'm pretty certain once he kills the Red Dragon, He's gonna keep grinding there. And he's found it right there. Dang.
Yeah, there's no reason not to now.
Yeah, there's no reason not to, because you'll notice he found Hawksness already, and right next to a town. So this actually works out gloriously for him, because he can farm red dragons, go right next door and heal up, and then go right to Sharlock whenever he wants. After, of course, he gets the rainbow drop. I mean, he doesn't have to leave this. Oh, well, he doesn't have to leave this area until you find out that a Draki doesn't let you run away and has Dragon Lord breath. And how much agility does he have?
Yeah, one turn.
That moment when 76 agility doesn't. Draki. Although I think this is a big mistake that he's not getting the. Because it has to be in his mind right now for Tristal that, hey, if I get the rainbow drop here, you know, I might be able to stay at Hawksness for it. Because he never saw Sharlock, but you have to have it in the back of your head that, dang, I can get the rainbow drop out of the way now. You know, I might be able to just find Sharlock and everything right next to each other. You know, back to back to back. But now, because the walk to Sharlock is really long. Watch how long it's going to take him to walk. Walking to get back to Hawksness and Sharlock. I mean, it's not an easy task.
Yeah, that's a rough. If I was headed down to face down my red dragon and got picked off by a Drakey, I think I'd have lost my mind temporarily and forgotten to go ahead and pick up that rainbow drop while I had the chance.
Well, he doesn't know it's a red dragon yet, but the fact that he failed to run with died, yeah, that's pretty annoying. Drakey Lord, we'll call him. Future Dragon Lord.
Must be the sword Drak right there. That was the one.
Bird.
Back to Robinson's.
So it doesn't look like he's going to cast spells very often, unless he has heal more Red Dragon. So Tristal's just going to play the waiting game and hope for sub 40 hits so he can attack and then heal. Once he gets the armor, this damage will go down significantly. Because it's a big upgrade over Chainmail. He hasn't seen Sharlock yet. Nope, he hasn't gone to the left.
There we go, that's big. Armor down. Should carve down some of those 40 plus attacks from the red dragon.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a lot of magic now, and he still has to find Sharlock, so I'm pretty sure he's going to take a few steps to the left, find it, and then U-turn and go get the rainbow drop, or go heal up at the town and go back to grind. Or he's going to go grind first and not go left.
And meanwhile, we're looking at Sylverfyre, unless anything, has not yet dove the depths of the mountain cave to find the stones to get set up on that grime. So, might be looking at a big lead extension here for Tristal.
Yeah, here's the thing though, Silver's not even going in the direction of the mountain cave. I don't know if he wrote down his map wrong, or he's looking for something he thinks he needs. I'm not sure. He knows where Hawksness is and the mountain cave is, so the question is, why is he still searching the map? That's the big question, because he's going in the opposite direction. He's not even searching in the right direction. Okay, well now he's gonna find Sharlock coming up.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to talk it out with Sylverfyre and see if he just checked off, like up to said. It's hard to explain otherwise right now.
Yeah, because there shouldn't need to be any exploration for him. He should. He's found everything except for the mountain. You know, going through the mountain cave. So by, you know, marking everything off the checklist, he should know exactly where he needs to go. And Tristal gets a level with a big strength boost. He's already almost at a high enough strength to kill the Dragon Lord. Problem is, the rest of his stats are kind of suffering a little bit. So it's grinding time.
Keep in mind, though, there has been at least 2, maybe 3 races where it's looked pretty bleak for Sylverfyre, and he's found a way to pull it out.
Yeah, well, in this case right now, you know, he's falling so far behind, and Tristal has a pretty good grind monster. And he never. The one thing he still has to do though is he still has to get the rainbow drop. Tristal does because he never picked it up.
We could see some frustration later if he thinks he checked that. I mean, we're talking about checking off. He could think he grabbed it when he got killed by that Drakey. Have it mentally checked off all the way to Jarlon and backtrack. That could cost 10-15 seconds there.
There is one other possibility too, in that when he went in there in the dark, he didn't realize Mountain Cave, and he might not really think about going back to check it out.
Yeah, I considered that too. If he thought it was maybe Swamp South or something to that effect. It's pretty easy to tell between Erdrick's, the Tablet Cave or Mountain, pretty quickly what you're dealing with versus other caves, but I'm not sure.
Especially if they've made it this far in the tournament, because we're talking about the losers semifinal. I mean, there's only potentially 2 more matches for one of these two.
Top 6. I know both of them pre-race. We're talking a little bit. They have taken a little time off. I think both of them are heavily in the Final Fantasy Randomizer tournament. So maybe information overload.
Now I wonder what it is. It has to be something. Oh, he's starting to go back in the direction of Sharlock, but he just realized that, you know, he went the left way instead of the right way, which means he's not getting over to Hawks. Or wait, no, he's not. Never mind. He's at the northern part of the map. He's not anywhere near right now. He's filling out his map is what he's doing. Yeah, I'm wondering what he thinks he hasn't found yet, because I'm pretty sure he's found everything.
The only other thing I could this would be even further out, guess, but if he forgot that the Jerk Cave's in the basement and he thinks he needs to track that down, that's an even wilder guess, though.
Yeah, I don't know. That's something that we'll have to ask him about afterwards. But yeah, he's still searching. It looks. I don't know if he just didn't write the map down. Maybe he didn't write the map down good enough, and he didn't have the correct directions to where the mountain cave was. But I mean, he's searching yeah, he's finishing out his map. He just wrote it down. So I think some reason decided to fill out his map, even though he knows where everything is. I don't know. It looks like Tristal has decided to finally go back and get the rainbow drop, because he probably figured that, oh, he's going to be here for the rest of the match. There's no reason for, you know, to not get the rainbow drop and then hang out.
Yeah, that final area with Charlie was pretty juicy. I don't see. I would be trying to narrow that radius down to that final area as much as possible.
Yeah, he's probably kicking himself now for not getting the rainbow drop the last time. But, you know, you can't fault him too much because, you know, he didn't know Sharlock was there at the time.
That is true. And at the same time, you can't fault him too much. I think he's opened up about a 1600 point experience lead now.
Yeah.
Pretty done.
And his stats are getting close, though. He might be within a level or 2 of being able to attempt the Dragon Lord. You know, that would probably be, that would be the best way that he can get back into this. But I think Silver just doesn't remember how to get back there, even with the map that he has written. And those Axe Knights are being very rude. Looks like every time someone gets in an Axe Knight fight, they have trouble killing the thing. So, Tristal is back to grinding. And, Silver is finally in the direction that he needs to. Though he still needs to get back to the mountain cave. Which is not too far away from where he is, it's just to the right. But this is still, you know, I don't know, even though it's only 45 minutes into the match, you gotta think to yourself that, you know, things were pretty easy to find, and you had so much to start out with that you gotta start looking behind you and thinking, this could be an hour, sub-hour seed, and you gotta start feeling a little panic mode.
I would absolutely thinking the same thing there. If I'm thinking top 6 players, and with everything that we got so quickly, I would definitely be thinking this is an hour, sub-hour seed tops.
Oh, Silver got full plate? Completely missed that. But yeah, the experience gap is growing. It's going to be almost 2,000 for Tristal at this point. And looking at their stats, you know, 80s for agility, that's a little bit low, but it's not horrible. Definitely need more hit points and a little bit more strength. But Tristal's pretty close to leveling again soon. Well, no, he still hasn't. Because, yeah, he just hit 14. So he's going to be grinding there for at least a little bit. And it looks like Silver is going to go and try to get his...
So thinking about late race here, from a spectator view, you're thinking about a 1,500 to 2,000 point experience dip. But red dragons, that's, you know, 6 to 8 red dragons. What are you thinking about, a minute and a half separating them right now?
No, because you got to account for the fact that they're going to hit you so hard that you got to stop and heal multiple. Sometimes you have to go back to the inn at least a couple of times. But as long as they're both grinding, you know, he's never going to get any closer.
Seeing 4 minutes in the chat, that seems...
Yeah.
I'm gonna trust that. Hopefully,
Mr. Holmes knows his numbers.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's hard with Holmes. I was thinking maybe one. You know, if you dive early, we were talking about you're looking behind your back. You dive a little too early. You lose that dive, maybe 2 dives. That might be the difference here and bring everything back to even.
Yeah. I want to... I'll tell you, you know, it's going to be tough. That's for sure. He's got a huge uphill climb to go. Because he still has to go back to the mountain cave and, that's what it's going to really come down to. Does he dive too early? Does he bad luck? You know, he's about to hit level 15 soon.
Oh, it's true.
And the experience gap is just going to continue to grow. Because, yeah, he's going to be getting far less experience going through the mountain cave, Silver is. And Tristal is just going to be getting that juicy 255 every chance that he can get. Trying to decide if he wanted to fight a Golem. Golem might be a better fight than right now than the Red Dragon, because Golem's not going to hit him as hard.
Definitely going for it here.
Yeah. He has slightly more health, but he's not going to hit as hard. So.
So what are we thinking? We need about 6-7 more HP, 6-7 more NP, and 5-6 more attack power, and maybe make a dive out of it.
Well, he just got a level, and I think he got a lot of HP and MP in that level. And he's got enough strength. Oh man, let's look at his stats. At level 15, 86 attack. He's not going to get the Death Necklace because that's not going to help him out any. So with 126 attack power, he's going to be doing between 6 and 13 damage. On average, about 10 damage, 16 attacks, and he has 14 heal mores. He definitely can do it. Yeah, the Dragon Lord will be able to do 49 damage.
Yeah, that's way over what I would have been looking for there. Everything looks ripe. Looks like he's ready, and we are going.
The thing is, he can't burn a heal more because that's going to make things much more difficult. Because he needs on average about 15 or 16 attacks, and he has 14 heal mores. No, he has 13 heal mores. My bad.
We got Holmes and we got Game Boy in the chat to throw out the statistics arguments on where exactly this falls.
Oh, we can always beg Ouija to tell us too, because he has the commentator program.
It's true.
Ooh, there are red dragons on the top floors of Charlock, though. That could cause an issue. Because he's already had to burn a heal more.
The great equalizer. Now, Tristal pre-game chat was throwing in some calls to his ties to Charlock. We will see if that actually pans out for him here.
Yeah, so this is, oh yeah, lots of red dragons here. So yeah, as Game Boy was saying, burning a heal more, this is already borderline, and burning a heal more is going to make this so much harder. And there's armored knights and red dragons all over the top floors. He might, if he has to burn another heal more, he probably... Oh, and armored knights have Dragon Lord breath.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he's already out of Charlock.
Yeah.
I think he might go grind one more level.
That's good to see all of that, because as you called out earlier, it would be interesting to see him really try to grind that out, thinking that hour time limit is going to be the max. Somebody's going to finish then. It's good to see. Maybe a good thing that there's so much fun police on the top levels to really deter him.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, though, he also left very quickly. He didn't linger in there, so he didn't lose too much time. So he's already back to grinding with a 2,200 experience point lead. Will Silver decide to try it at level 15? Because Silver is 14 now. If he gets 1,800 more experience and tries to go at 15, that could be it right there. That could catch him up. Have been gotten. All that's left is to beat the mean dragon at the bottom of the castle. And just remember, when you go through that castle, the princess you seek is in another castle.
Yeah, that one we skipped.
Well, someone went through it at least. At least one person did. Silver, okay, just use the rain. It looks like he's just going to use up and then go grind. That's probably not... Oh, I don't think he wants to fight Red Dragon, though. Silver looks like he wants to fight the Blue Dragon side. Well, he thought he wanted to for a little bit. Then he changed his mind.
Got his MP there and decided to change strats.
Yeah. I think once he realizes the Red Dragons will be hitting him 40 every time now. This is definitely the smarter option. Yeah, he was looking for the Blue Dragons, I'm pretty sure.
That was a strange, long walk in the desert to not get anything.
Yeah.
Whether you're looking for or not, to get no encounter.
That long walk is what you need to convince yourself, okay, this is the wrong way to do it.
So, too, again, between you spirits and our experts in chat there, we do see Sylverfyre's got about a 5-point agility boost right now, down a level. What kind of impact does that really make?
It might give him a better chance to run. It's not going to be a whole lot better chance. I mean, with the boost, I mean, his defense, I think, will allow him to take only 48 damage from the Dragon Lord. I think so. Wait, no, they don't get much of an agility boost. So, yeah.
What a...
Yeah, and he took a death, Silver did. 2-0 Red Dragon. So what kind of level will Tristal get? Oh no, Dreki. It looks like that is probably enough to make it easier. He got an extra damage or so out of it, and an extra... So he has a slightly better chance of killing the Dragon Lord now. Probably much better, actually. But it's really going to be, he can't be burning Heal Mores. I'm not sure he's worried too much about the agility. I know there's a lot of red monsters, but 82 agility is still pretty decent. It's not that great. I mean, you're still going to have, what, like 40% run chance? But, you know, you could have a lot worse.
That's true. There were a lot that seemed pretty stout in it. There, I don't know, to get no agility out of it, that might have deterred me a little.
Yeah, but once you saw you got an extra heal more out of it, that's the big thing, and Silver does not want to fight red dragons. I think he can burn one heal more for certain. It's that second heal more that he burns that might be an issue. Lots of back attacking Axe Knights along the way too. Not even getting into Sharlock. But yeah, Silver looks like he wants to just grind on blue dragons. He doesn't want anything to do with the red dragon. Oof. This top floor Sharlock though might cause some issues. Because Tristal is already having to burn a heal more. Just a few steps in.
See, to me, and I could be wrong about this, but if you're gonna walk through Charlock, fill up your MP and just dive. That'd be my opinion on it. Just go. You might get lucky. You might get a level that makes or breaks it.
Yeah, you can't run. Tristal, or should I say Silver, might be able to get away with that because how close he was to it. But I think his magic is still pretty bad. Remember, you get a big magic boost at level 15. So Silver really can't afford to do that. And I think Tristal, after burning another heal more, decided, okay, he's going to kill the... This is where it could be interesting. If Sylverfyre dives at next level. And Tristal is going for 17.
We might musical Charlock here in a couple more minutes.
Yeah, things could get much more interesting here. Because he's gonna level right here, hit 15 and get the big HP and MP, but he might just go for it. Ooh, he's double checking his stats though. I think he's gonna try it. Yeah, Tristal had to burn another heal more. I mean, he's only on the first floor and he's already built several burned several heal mores.
So this really could come down to maybe the first person that gives up, pulls out, gets another level, and then dives. Potentially.
I mean, Silver is still fighting, so I don't know if he's gonna go yet or.
I would be able to fight my way down. Then it'd be my play the luck. As long as you're making progress, you can play the luck.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with that though, because he doesn't, he knows that there's some nasty enemies on the top floor. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's pretty clear that Tristal is just getting experience now. He's getting information and experience. He's not gonna at 16. He's gonna go to 17. Apparently, Silver wanted to get an extra herb. Couple of keys for an herb. Death Necklace is not going to help them all. At all, because they don't have enough health to use the Death Necklace. The only way it would help is if, like, Tristal got, like, 20 HP at level 17. Then he could consider using the Death Necklace.
I was gonna say it'd take a Hulk level to get that Death Necklace in play.
And Silver, we know, would have to need at least a couple of levels before you can even consider it. But he's still fighting though, so Silver's going to take the chance of trying to grind a level on his way down.
Yeah, if you're not going for Hawksness, I don't see any real loss in diving. You get, as we said earlier, you get more information, and you might just hit the lottery and get down there with enough stats to polish it off.
But nope, looks like Silver is healing, so he's going to grind a level here, it looks like. Or at least go back and heal and then come back in again. I don't know, he might try to even with using a heal more. Let's see which way he goes. Nope, he's going to Hawksness. So I think he's like, okay, I have a high enough health and magic. I can finally fight the red dragons. But I'm gonna keep grinding. They're about the same experience needed to level. The only difference is one person's gonna be, a level higher than the other. So this is going to be interesting, depending on when Silver decides to die. And what happens, because those red dragons are not helping, and the Armored Knights. And the Armored Knights having Dragon Lord Breath definitely doesn't help.
Yeah, that's huge. That's huge. It is, at this point, it's all going to come down to the Char luck, as Tristal put it.
Yep. Looks like Tristal is, what, one more away from a level? Nope, he did level. I missed that. I was looking away for a second. He got a lot of strength at that level. Wow. Okay, yeah, that's definitely a go for Tristal. I mean, he's up to 100 strength now, over 90 agility. I mean, that was a pretty big level up.
Yeah, no debate now.
And Silver died again. Oof.
That's huge. That's huge.
Yeah.
Can add an equalizer here. Even if Tristal dies on the way down, he's got a cushion.
Yeah, he has a lot better agility now, 94 agility. And he's gonna have a better chance, a lot better chance of running from. Dragon Lord will only be able to do 48 damage to him now. That 2 FPS, it's like watching Virtual Highlight. Sorry, bad games marathon. Hey Spark Over, we got some important news for you. We did have a Spark Over bridge, but Tristal didn't search the spot. So make sure you harass him about it later. I just wanted to point that out.
Yeah.
But yeah, with him hitting as hard as he's going to. Oof. He can burn several heal mores on the way down now. What is his damage range now? His damage range is 21.
Yeah, 10 to 21 right now. 15.5. He's comfortably there.
Yeah, he only needs about 10 attacks, 11 attacks or so to kill him. And he has 15 heal mores right now. That was the magic level, 17. He's getting a lot luckier too. He's not getting all the floor. He got all the lesser stuff. It's pretty free at this point as long as he stays alive. Yeah. With his high of agility that he has, you know, his chance he will eventually get away from things. Although the Armored Knights could be an issue because several failed runs and a lot of Dragon Lord breaths that could really burn into your heal wars. So Silver has hit 16. Is he going to go ahead and try to make the dive now? I mean, if he goes for the dive and survives and Tristal decides to get greedy with his heal mores, he could still come back.
It's true. It is true. It looks like he's definitely going here.
Yeah. But I don't think Tristal's even burnt a heal more yet. Yeah, he hasn't burned a single heal more yet. And he's already down to the bottom levels. This is looking good for him.
Trolling, I mean, with Axe Knights having the Dragon Lord 2 breath, a couple of those trolling him in a row, maybe.
Yeah, but he can burn 5+ heal mores and still be fine. I mean, he has that much attack power. And that much magic.
I think Tristal would want me to say right now that it's not over until it's over.
Yes, but I'm trying to do the commentator curse to make it nice and.
Here you go. We're both directions now.
There are red dragons on the bottom floor. 94 agility gives you a pretty good chance to. But what is the mini boss? The mini boss is something I don't think we've seen the entire.
What mystery does he hold, this stone man?
We don't know because he died in 3 attacks. This should be a pretty free win.
Yeah, he's looking real good. 120 MP. That 15.5 attack. And a werewolf with sleep right before the gate, but
Well, so here's the thing, though, is the werewolves do have hurt more, so if they could have kept him slept locked and spammed hurt more. But going into the Dragon Lord. Yeah, this should be a pretty free fight as long as he doesn't make a mistake.
Yeah, we passed that trick question by the Dragon Lord, so now the only thing left is input error at this point.
Thou art a fool. The Dragon Lord fight. So the Dragon Lord can have anywhere between 150 and 165 health. It's random, of course. And of course he can back attack. Dragon Lord has a 33% chance of back attacking you when you encounter him. When you're really borderline, it's definitely a game changer. But if Silver, if he can kill the Dragon Lord, he, end this race pretty close. He's gonna have a lot harder time though, but he hasn't had to burn heat, so he could still do it.
We're already 100+ damage there.
Oh yeah, this should be an easy win for Tristal. He just has to not make a mistake. Yeah, Silver destroyed that castle. He went through it in no time at all. I mean, he went through the entire castle in the time that it took, Tristal to kill the Dragon Lord, basically. To do the bottom level and kill the Dragon Lord. But GG.
He did have the Char luck on his side, but no matter. GG to Tristal.
Yep. So Tristal is going to move on to the losers fight.
We'll be determining his opponent coming up next. Should be a good matchup.
Oh yeah. And then in the winners final we have versus Nest Cardinality. Still to come.
I think both finals are tentatively scheduled for tomorrow night.
I think it's is it Tuesday night or Monday night? Can't remember what the actual date is. But let's see if Silver can take out the dragon here. Tristal looks happy. Looks like he's going to join us shortly. He's putting his headphones on. And we're still watching Sylverfyre. He's still going at it. Got him going pretty good with the Dragon Lord. I think he's going to have a good chance of killing it. At level 16, too.
See Tristal in the chat with us now.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I'm still shaking a little bit. Ugh.
Yeah, right now Sylverfyre is fighting the Dragon Lord at level 16.
Yeah, I just brought up the Twitch. Yeah, I'm really close race, looks like, assuming he makes it.
You had a very significant lead through pretty much, or for a huge part of the game. I think the big thing is
really good. I didn't have any really stupid deaths early on. However, let's talk about the most legendary Drakey ever.
The Drake
Why?
Lord.
Because you couldn't run away from him with 76 agility? What are you talking about?
I mean, what was that? That was insane, and I hadn't even seen that they had Dragon Lord Fire Breath. That was crazy.
He was more vicious than the Red Dragon.
It was awesome, but I mean, I laughed, but holy cow, that just felt real bad.
Yep, and Silver finishes off the Dragon Lord.
Ah, wow, he had an easy time of it at 16.
He got down there like he entered when you were on the bottom floor, and by the time you killed the Dragon Lord, he was already fighting the.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I had some really rough char luck, which is unusual for me. I'm usually really blessed with the char luck, but yeah, I mean, with big Dragon Breath AKs and then Red Dragons, ugh.
Yeah, when you gloat about it, though. That's what happens. Curse. You get cursed.
That's true. Yeah, absolutely.
So what'd you think of the seed? I mean, you started off with pretty much everything, or you had everything very fast.
Yeah, I mean, what more can you really ask for other than hurt more super early?
And he still got hurt more at like level 8, so.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Crystal, did you have a time in mind that you thought this might end in? That you were maybe racing against towards the end?
It sort of depended. I mean, I thought 15 could have been enough if Charlock were easier. And then, you know, in the beginning, it depended on when we got hurt more, and if it was going to be something like can't find Rimmildar that has the Stones of Sunlight, you know. So it's tough to predict those things. But yeah, I mean, early on with all my incredibly green splits, it was definitely there was the potential for a personal best there for sure.
Yeah, I noticed you go into Charlock at 15, get like to the first floor, and then like, nope, left. Went in at 16, didn't even get to the stairs. Nope, left.
It was a little brutal. I was definitely hoping for a bit more agility at 16, but 17 made up for it, so it's not that bad.
Yeah, 17 was a huge level up. Yeah. So coming up next, you're gonna play the winner, Mr. Holmes and Edgeworth, which takes place in I think about 15 minutes. So we got to kick you guys out of here now.
No problem, Lo. I'm super looking forward to that race. That race is so hyped. You guys have no idea. I mean, I picked both of these guys to top 4 this tournament. So, and
yeah, getting to the nitty gritty at the end of the tournament. There was only 6, and now there's only 5 left to remaining in the tournament. And we're gonna have another matchup tomorrow or Tuesday, at least one, if not 2. And hello, Silver.
Hello. I got
GG,
fun.
Silver.
I'm pretty sure Tristal bribed the fun police.
I don't know about that.
No,
if you found a bunch of them on the overworld, then maybe. But I mean, I didn't get bodied by them in Hawksness, but I definitely got wrecked by them in Charlock.
So there were 2 deaths in Hawksness while I was grinding, where the fun police rolled like max damage, and I was like right on the rolled exactsies to kill me. And yeah, that those are costly. Dying while grinding is really.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a walk to get there too. So those deaths really ate in. Like, you know, it got Tristal enough that he had almost a 2,500 experience point lead at one point.
Wow. Yeah, I guessed that it was around like 1.5 to 2 minutes each death. So like, it would have been right up against each other if at the end there, if I hadn't screwed up like that, or rather if I hadn't. The thing is, like, looking at that, it's like I'd make that gamble every time. So it's like,
yeah, you can't be disappointed with how you played. It's just the luck didn't work out.
Yeah.
I definitely know how that goes.
You swing looking for killing the red dragon on that hit, and you have a 5% chance of dying. If you fail, sometimes you just get unlucky. Sometimes you make the right play and it doesn't.
Well, you learned a very thing. I just want to say you learned a very important lesson tonight. Never trust 5% in a Dragon Warrior or Dragon Quest game.
Oh, absolutely.
It's taken me years to learn that lesson.
Yeah, one
It's
thing we were asking about Silver early is Mountain Cave. What did you lose track of that at all?
no, I didn't see it. When I found Rimmeldar and Hawksness, and yeah, I knew there was like a little corner there that I hadn't quite explored, but there were a lot of other areas on the map that I also hadn't explored. And so I was like retracing all of that to make sure, because there were just so much bigger of an area in like the north part of the map.
Yeah, you did find the mountain cave much earlier on. You went in and you got lost and then cast outside.
No, that was Erdrick's Cave.
You sure? Because it looked like it was a mountain cave that you were
No,
in.
that was absolutely Erdrick's Cave. I thought it was Mountain Cave, which I can navigate blind.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this isn't Mountain Cave. This is Erdrick's Cave. Oh crap! I'm in one of those stupid dead ends, and I can't find myself because Erdrick's Cave is mapped out like that awfully, and so I cast outside like 5 cells away from the exit. But no, Mountain Cave was all the way down at Rimmeldar area. Erdrick's Cave was like next to Garen's Grave and Swamp Cave and other Swamp Cave.
Well, that answers that question, what he was looking for. Well, so what did you think of the seed? You had everything going. You had everything pretty much at the start. Hurt more. You got it like level 8, but you had strength, hit points. Well, you had hit points at level 1. You didn't have hit points at a while, but you know.
I'll be honest. I would have felt more comfortable facing Tristal on a seed where things weren't all available right at the start than I would on a seed where it's like, go fast. You must go fast.
Yeah, you killed the Dragon Lord at 16. Well, he did it at 17 because he had a nightmare going through Charlock. You just kind of walked through like it was, you know, going through around Breckenary. You just burned your way through that cave when you went into it.
Yeah, I mean that's the reason I still have faith in the agility build is like it makes doing things like just running away from 6 red dragons on the way down to Dragon Lord that much easier.
Okay, yeah, you went agility then. Yeah, no wonder. Yeah, for sure. 16 would have been no problem for you. Yeah, I was kind of regretting not doing it once I failed to go through Charlock at 15 and then failed at 16 with 0 agility gained. So
the 0 agility gain did bother me there too.
This race, I think you still have the most wins in the tournament.
Yeah,
you're
I in
5
fact
and 2
do
now.
because I've had more matches than anyone else in the tournament.
Yeah.
You are the king of the losers. I mean, the bonus bracket. Forgot we're not supposed to call it losers bracket.
Well, congrats! It's still a top 6 finish, and that's huge. No
Yeah,
matter.
I'm still very content with how that finished up.
And
it's not like I got crushed by Tristal either, so I'm pretty happy about that as well.
Yeah, that obviously could have gone either way there. Only 3 minutes difference.
Yeah, you going in at 16 definitely caught you up. But it looked bleak for you, dude, Silver. It looked bleak for a while. We were like, the thing that was going to possibly do it was when Tristal kept dying in Charlock and kept going back to level more and more. It's like, this is your chance to catch up, but you kept dying on the grind.
Yeah, I died twice on the grind, and he died twice in Charlock, and those are not too different deaths considering that Hawksness and Charlock were basically adjacent to each other. And I must have just found Mountain Cave much more late than he did. I found Mountain Cave really late, so...
I found it fairly late, too. That was one thing that actually did work out super well for me, though, was just the map exploration, because I didn't really explore the west side of the map at all, really. I found Garenham, obviously, but...
oh, you did find Garenham, okay.
Yeah. But,
Garenham wasn't even
that was
just important, was it? Like, there wasn't anything special there, other than, like, I think I bought a large shield.
Yeah, I think that's what I did too. I mean, that was where you get herbs early, and the large shield is fine.
Oh, I found
it's enough to give you a
Breckenary.
little
I
bit of
found Breckenary and coal before. No, I don't know. I don't remember.
What'd you think of
Breckenary until I walked
Breckenary?
into Charlock. Yeah.
Yeah. What'd you think of Breckenary being on one side, Charlock? 'Cause very early.
I was a little bit
very
worried
early.
that we accidentally found a bug in the randomizer and like Charlock was in fact inaccessible.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
actually a really neat map. Credit to McGrew for making that possible.
And also,
Because I saw that it was like a really narrow thing leading out of Charlock too, and I'm like, I hope something didn't go wrong there.
we do have to rail on Tristal a little bit, though. He did not search the Spark over square.
Come on, you can't really expect me to do that here, right?
Yeah. I guess I'm the only one with a valid run then.
Did you even find the Spark over square?
I searched it.
Oh no.
Yeah,
well, luckily that wasn't the difference here.
Tristal won the match, but Silver won our hearts. So Tristal will move on.
What's up with these? Like, that's the third time in this tournament I've gotten the laziest map location ever.
To be fair, you've played more maps in this tournament than anyone else. So
yes, but it's like one of the things that I identified as a weakness was counting out squares, so I practiced that a bit, and then it did not come into play at all in multiple races.
So, funny thing about the map square thing is, Tristal got there first, and he cast Repel before he counted the 9 squares. And Game Boy made a remark in chat about who cast Repel to go 9 squares. And then later on, when Silver was going to count the 9 squares, he got into an encounter play. So I had to make the remark.
What's funny is that I thought about casting Repel there, and I'm like, no, it's just 9 squares.
So in the end, Tristal saved a fraction of a second because he cast Repel and didn't get the slime encounter.
I mean, come on, I'm going to be walking around the map afterwards anyway. I have to cast Repel at some point, and I had already pigeonholed it was the armor, so I may as well.
No, well, I think it was the token.
Yeah, it was
I'm sorry,
token.
You're right. Yeah, the token. I guess I hadn't pigeonholed it then.
So I guess in about 5 minutes we have the next match coming up.
I actually bought a full plate once I realized that the red dragon was guarding armor, so I could like actually fight it.
I searched every shop I could to just try and find half plate because I never quite got to 3,000 gold. But I had to deal with just chainmail for a while.
I thought somewhere had half plate, but I didn't have.
It was probably Breckenary because that's the one town I
guess it was. Yeah, I think it must have been Breckenary, and I'm like, oh, I can't quite afford the half plate. I'll just get chainmail.
Until 10 minutes later or so.
Oh yeah. I mean, like, I literally like walked into Garenham. The merchant didn't walk away from me. I grabbed full plate. I left.
Yeah, I think we all missed that.
I didn't even stop at the inn.
Yeah, I did have to wait a little bit for him to finish checking Twitter.
Okay, guys, so let's go ahead and wrap this up so we can get the next match started. We can find out the winner.
To Edge and Mr. Holmes, right?
Mr. Holmes, yep.
Yep.
And the winner of them will play Tristal.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We'll see. It's going to be super tough either way. I'm not just saying this. They are both incredible racers.
Yeah, good job, you guys. Good race. Oh, go ahead,
both of you fellas.
Yeah, GG. Very, very well done in the tournament. 5 wins is incredible. I hope to get 5 wins at this point. So, well done, Sylverfyre.
GG.
Okay, guys, so thank you very much for the race. Thank you, JJ, for commentating with me. I think you said this was your first time doing it, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And coming up shortly, you guys, same Batcave channel, same Batcave, all that good stuff. will be the next quarterfinals of the losers bracket between Mr. Holmes and Edgeworth. So hang tight, and I guess we'll be back in a few minutes.